Hello, everyone. Bear with me as I attempt to get this going in my Facebook group. Um, okay. So, the reason for this live video today is I had a conversation through Facebook Messenger. I had a conversation with with an online business owner. She was inquiring with me to help her write an email sequence for when someone purchases a product of hers. Okay. So I know my eye is red. I know it's been a battle for on and off for the last couple of months. It's allergies. You can hear how congested I am. Um, so anyway, with that out of the way, so this conversation I was having, she wants to put together this email sequence for after someone purchases, which I think is a great idea. But that also includes um, when someone abandons cart. And if you're not familiar with that term, it's when someone puts, like, you have a sales page, they click to buy, whether you're a product or service, they click to buy and they put in their information, but they don't follow through with the purchase. They end it. And so if they put in all their information, you can capture that information. And that's where it would be considered abandoned cart. Okay. Um, and so she wants, she's like, I don't want to be pushy or salesy. But really, I mean, you've got someone who's on the edge, who was ready to buy, and something stopped them. So they're like, you've got them like right there. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to say you should be pushy. Okay. But you have to address it. You have to go at them and say, and this is very common in the online business world to have, there are within some of these systems, you have the ability to set up an abandoned cart sequence because it's so important that you do this, right? It's not about being pushy, and you do want to be strategic about it. Not pushy, not salesy. You want to be strategic about it. But I think, there can be a deeper issue here as online business owners that, it's the same thing, like with sending emails out to your list regularly. If you are someone who regularly emails your list, or maybe you're someone who doesn't, you should, but you don't because you're like, I don't want to bother people. We have to get over that. We have to get over that. How do we make sales if we don't put ourselves out there? And and then we also have to get over that some people may stop following us. They might unsubscribe from us. That's not our ideal client. If that's what happens, it's not your ideal client. Now, it's not to say that there aren't people out there who are pushy and salesy, and I'm in agreement that that should not be the case. That you shouldn't be that way, okay? But the point is that you can strategically target people who've abandoned cart, or after they've purchased, because part of this too is after they purchase, she wants to, try to get a review from people. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with asking for a review. You can't force people to do it, and you don't want to try to force it, but ask them for a review. Um, and then if they don't, her and I were communicating over Messenger that there are ways in some of these systems to set up, okay, so if they did complete a review, then end of sequence. But if they didn't complete a review, let's send them one more email asking them to to submit a review, okay? And leave it at that. Because yeah, you don't want to be too pushy about it, okay? You don't want to be too pushy about it. You might wait a couple weeks before that next email asking for a review, because it's possible if they're purchasing a product from you, maybe they haven't used that product yet and they don't have the information they need to write a review at that point, okay? So the point is that, whether you are, trying to set up an email sequence that's targeting people after they purchase, or you're emailing people, where you're sending regular emails out to your list, or you've got a sequence like a lead magnet where someone puts their email address in and gets something in exchange for free in return for them adding themselves to your list. You should have an email sequence there, with upsells and that sort of thing, and that's certainly something I can talk with you more about it if you're interested. Um, but we've got to get over, um, this idea that you're being pushy or salesy. Yes, it's possible to be that, but n- it's also possible to not be that way. Excuse me. So, don't I guess I want to help people get over this fear of putting themselves out there. You when it comes to email marketing, yes, you're putting yourself out there, you're providing value, you're asking people to buy from you. And yes, you might have people who unsubscribe, and we all have to kind of, for lack of better words, get over that. It's a part of doing business. As I said last week in one of my lives, where I was talking with, a colleague who was, she was or another online business owner who was regularly sending emails out to her list, and she's like, nobody ever responds to them. Okay, but did they unsubscribe? I mean, if they haven't unsubscribed, then they still want to hear from you. Maybe they're not replying to your emails telling you that, they like what you said or whatever. Maybe they're not buying. Okay, so if it's an email where you want someone to actually buy, how do we word it to get people to take action and actually buy? Um, so anyway, that's my rant for today. I hope that I've inspired someone here. Um, and feel free to leave a comment, or send me a private message. I'm happy to talk with you about this stuff. But I think the point here is to, we all, it is true of all of us, we all have to get over ourselves and just do it, just put ourselves out there, send the email, ask for the sale. But it's okay to do that. How do we make money if we don't? Okay. So I hope everyone has a great rest of the day, and we'll talk again soon.